always got to get the tech down, haven't you? Right. My talk is called You Don't Need All the Answers to Change the World. So, as you know, my name's Atlanta Cook. I'm an international marine environment consultant and honorary life member of Surfers Against Sewage. Surfers Against Sewage is a national charity that basically works towards clean seas for all. My story that I want to tell is quite personal. It spans over 4 decades and it's a story of hope. That's me on the right. I was 10 years old and on holiday in Greece with my mum. I was really enjoying paddling around in all of the lovely sandy bays that we were visiting, but I accidentally stood on a broken beer bottle. It went into the bottom of my left foot, went in really deep and caused a serious injury. In fact, I couldn't walk, run, dance for about 10 years because every time I stretched my foot fully, I would experience quite a lot of pain. So fast forward 10 years to a much happier time when I was really into skiing, surfing, snowboarding, dancing all night, basically anything that you could do with feet that worked. And I had the really, really good fortune to meet this guy on the left. This is Chris Hines. He'd come to Brighton to represent 5 families from St Agnes in North Cornwall. They kept getting really, really sick when they and their children were surfing in the bay that they lived next to. So Chris had come down to Brighton to basically represent them, to meet with local press next to Brighton Palace Pier, to show off their incredible giant inflatable turd, much to the amusement of passers-by. On that day, he told me and my friends that 80 Olympic-sized swimming pools of raw sewage were being dumped into the sea off Brighton every day. We were really shocked, to say the least. We took loads of photographs of him and his friends, video, etc., to use at a fundraiser that we offered to organise for them at the Zap Club, because we were running a monthly club night there. His words really did motivate us into action, and hey presto, Surfers Against Sewage Brighton was born. Move on another 10 years, and I've moved myself to beautiful North Devon for a new job, and I was extremely excited about the surfing potential of my new place that I was living in. So after about a decade of doing kind of environmental awareness raising, fundraising, etc., through these club nights, through art festivals, even a street parade that 10,000 people attended, I was finally the conference organiser at the World Sustainable Energy Trade Fair, and I was really, really excited. I wanted to meet some local surfers, so I set about organising a Surfers Against Sewage meeting, and I also wanted to kind of get the lowdown on what was happening in the area. They soon told me about the terrible sewage pollution problem here at Croy Bay. They and people visiting the bay just kept getting sick with vomiting, diarrhoea, ear, nose and throat, infections. It was just really, really nasty, basically. 5 people had been managing to block any sewage treatment upgrade for almost 20 years. We call those people NIMBYs. That's not in my backyard. So they basically were living along this headland here, and they were blocking the extra works that needed to be done to upgrade the treatment. So basically I was a conference organiser. I offered my skills to them to organise a public meeting that was held with the then leader of Surfers Against Sewage, Vicky Garner, South West Water and North Devon District Council, plus all of the other stakeholders that I managed to get in contact with. It was rammed. During the meeting, a woman actually came into the back of the village hall carrying her son and was there to complain about why she hadn't seen any signs warning her about the sewage and the sickness that everybody else seemed to know so much about. This really was just a catalyst for change that this community desperately needed. And in fact, we were very lucky because John Craven's Country File TV crew caught the whole thing on camera. So this really was a catalyst for change for this community. A decision was made that day at the meeting. Later on, the council met to, okay, the planning, permissions and everything else that you might expect that would need to happen for a project of this size. And what was amazing was the Croyd Bay sewage treatment plant was improved to have secondary treatment, UV disinfectant, and the outfall was moved, and all of that was done in 2003. Surfers that came to that original SAS meeting in the Thatch pub actually helped build it with their own hands. It was really, really incredible. So, hey presto, that was SAS North Devon formed. So, moving on another 10 years, and I was teaching my daughter's primary school class about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch because I'd been sent this photograph by Chris Jordan. This image actually inspired me into about 10 years of action on plastics. It had a radical effect on my whole being, I would say. You have to check out the film that Chris Jordan made. It's called Albatross. It's all about his research that he did on the Midway Islands, and it's spectacularly beautiful. Yeah, needless to say, quite a lot of plastic-free groups and lots of plastic-free campaigning and all sorts of things surrounded these images that were sent out by Chris Jordan and his team. So the last 10 years we move forward. That's me with my Beach Beat Blue Flame surfboard. I absolutely adore that board. We're helping SAS launch its water quality report because Southern Water down here is busy chucking raw sewage into our water and people are getting sick again, etc., etc. Likewise, there's lots of this happening in rivers, and with increased interest in water activities, etc., more and more people are getting sick. So what I really want to just say is, in this last 10 years and where I am now, I just really realised that you're never going to know when an accident or someone's action or someone's words or even someone's photo is going to completely change your life forever. You have no idea when that's going to happen. Basically, anything that makes you want to feel inspired to help your fellow humans or animals is a gift and should be seen as such. Likewise, we never know when our words, our actions, our photo, image that we've created are going to maybe change someone's life forever. A few words tumbling out of our mouths, complete change of direction for someone's life. You just don't know what kind of impact you're going to have. So there's no doubt that we have power. We don't need to be experts. We don't need all the answers to change the world. Thank you very much for listening.